Hi everybody, today I'm here with Cage Warriors fighter like Michele. Thanks for your time and for your availability. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, thank you, mate. Just keeping busy. Was training earlier today. I'm just out and about at the minute. I hope you don't mind. So I took some time, obviously, to just kind of chilling out and while I speak to you.
Leigh, can you tell us what you think about the COVID-19 emergency and how your daily life and your workouts have changed?
Obviously, with all the COVID-19 stuff, it's obviously terrible. A lot of people have lost their lives and things like that. A lot of people's lives have changed. On the training side of things, a lot of the gyms have been closed. Well, pretty much all of the gyms have been closed for a long time. So it's kind of difficult. It's a little bit odd. Not so much on the working side of things. I've still been working my normal job, luckily. So I've still been able to earn money. And we're doing some like small group sessions and stuff like that outside in terms of training. But that's literally about it. The gyms aren't allowed to open yet here, so it's been different. But it's also we've managed to work around certain bits and pieces as well, so it's not been terrible.
You can do sparring right now, Leigh?
Well, under the guidelines, it says that we can't. So we're kind of just doing like some bits and pieces. But well, I'm not actually too sure. To be fair, I know my coach has sent like a guidelines. I'm not 100% on it. What we're meant to be doing and what we're not meant to be doing.
You are one of the most talented prospects in the promotion of the Cage Warriors. You have always done great performance. Do you want to share something with us about your last fight?
Thank you. I appreciate kind words. So my last fight, I fought a tough guy from Italy. I had a few opponent changes leading up to it. Frustrating, but I'm just glad I was able to fight in the end. Obviously, the guy came from Italy just before all the COVID-19 stuff. So I was kind of glad I was still able to fight and just be able to kind of like do what I trained for. So I didn't all go to waste. But pretty fight, like a lot of ground and pound and stuff like that, and a lot of top pressure. Like heavy wrestling and stuff like that. So I was happy with it, and I was happy to be able to fight in the end.
Leigh, can you tell us about the path that led you to the Cage Warriors?
Sorry, what was that?
Can you tell us about the path that led you to the Cage Warriors?
Well, so I don't fight on the main Cage Warriors bill. At the moment, I'm fighting like on various different shows. I fought in Italy before Christmas. I fight on the Cage Warriors Academy Southeast show, which is a great show. I've kind of had all my amateur career coming up from that show. I fought a lot of great guys on there, which has been nice. Obviously, always fighting the top level guys and stuff at the right time for where I'm at. So been the main fight on that card twice now, which is nice. I've gone from kind of fighting early on in that card, like one of the first fights of the night, all the way up to fighting dead last as the main event. So it is nice.
Leigh, I know you fought here in Italy during the Messapicum event. Can you tell us about this experience?
The experience of fighting in Italy was different. Obviously, I'd never been to Italy before either, so I didn't really know what to expect. But the people there was always so lovely. They looked after me really well. Like the show looked after us really well as well. Managed to get me a great opponent. That fight was super tough. Probably he was a lot tougher than I thought he was going to be as well. Like he really did come to fight. So the two Italian guys I have fought have both been super, super tough, and you can't you can't have nothing but respect for them. But it's everyone there is so lovely. I've never not met a bad person from Italy.
Would you like to come one more time in Italy for a fight or a camping?
I would I would come to Italy. I know I spoke to a few. I had a few guys on social media after that fight who said about coming to train there and stuff. It was like, oh, come and train at our gym with us and stuff like that, which would be cool one day to go there and do some training with some guys who I made friends with, like from that experience, or to fight there. But yeah, like I'm happy to go wherever, kind of even just go there for a visit, kind of thing. It's a nice place.
Leigh, you have a professional record of 3 wins and 1 loss, and
Yeah.
7-2 from semi-professional. What was your best moment, and what was the most difficult of your career?
So I had a few losses, obviously, in my amateurs, which were big learning experiences for me. On one of the fights, I fought like a real tough guy. Like had a tough fight and ended up getting choked out just at the last kind of few seconds of the fight, which was a tough experience to get past. But I've also had some like absolute highs as an amateur. Like I fought in Leeds, fought like a real tough kind of kickboxer from Leeds. So we travelled up there because it's not exactly where I live. It's like further up the country. And I managed to get the second round rear naked choke against that guy. And that guy was kind of knocking people out like in his previous few amateur fights. So he was kind of a big name to take out or to kind of get the win over. Was really nice to get like against someone who's as high level as that with like such good striking. And obviously my first professional win will always be like memorable to me. I fought a pretty good fight, managed to get off a lot of the technique points that I wanted to, land some good ground and pound, get to use the elbow strikes a little bit, and then finished it with like a tight arm-in guillotine, which was cool. Which is a move I was drilling a lot at the time, so it was nice to get that in competition.
Leigh, are you inspired by any fighter?
Am I inspired by any fighter?
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys who are kind of like are more interesting to watch, like some guys in the UFC. But mainly for me, I just want to see all the guys I train with do well and go on to do the best they can. We all put so much time into each other's like sparring and training camps that you always want to see them do very well. There's guys from our gym who fight on Cage Warriors, like who fought at big venues like the O2 in London and stuff like that. And also like there's a guy who's training with us who's now in the UFC. Obviously, you always watch him. Arnold, always watching Arnold when he fights in the UFC. So even if it's like the middle of the night here, we kind of all stay up and watch it. You just want to see all your teammates and friends do well. That's the main, like that's more important to me than kind of aspiring to be like people I don't know or haven't met. But obviously you like the way people fight and you try and watch them maybe a little bit. But you've got to have a lot of love for your teammates.
Leigh, we know that whoever wins a Cage Warriors title automatically enters into the most important promotion in the world, or the UFC. We have seen Conor McGregor, Nicolas Dalby, Michael Bisping, Modestas Bukauskas, and many others. What do you think about it, and would you like to take this bet?
Yeah, of course. Like, I think everyone's journey is a little bit different, but like I would be more than happy to kind of work through the ranks in like Cage Warriors is obviously a big organization and a big pathway to the UFC and stuff like that. I think anyone who trains and competes, they all want to be fighting for a big organization like the UFC and things like that, or even some other big organizations. But it's obviously you take everything a step at a time. Like you say, it's a journey as such. You've got to kind of learn along the way, kind of thing. But for me, I just enjoy taking fights and trying to build up my career. Keep in the win column, keep beating some good guys, and just improve myself. And I'm sure that I can get to where I want to get if I just keep working hard.
If you were asked to choose your next opponent, who would you like?
I'm not really fussy. I'm not fussy. Anyone who's good, who they say a lot of the time that with someone who's good standing in front of you, it brings the best out in you. So anyone who's kind of at the same level as I am, that would provide a competitive fight and a challenge.
What are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future, just keep kind of ticking along. Obviously, I fought 3 times in the last 8 months or so. Obviously, I probably would have had something coming up sooner if obviously all the gyms hadn't shut and we went into lockdown and stuff like that. But for me, probably just keep plodding along, keep taking fights, just keep kind of improving myself, keep learning all the aspects, kind of trying to put it together and just be as well rounded, and just keep climbing the ranks until I get somewhere that I can make a living out of it. Basically, I obviously want to make a living out of it one day. I still work like a full-time job and just train every day, and so it'd be nice to be able to do what I enjoy for my main income.
Leigh, thanks for your time. It was a pleasure to talk with you. You have something to say to your fans?
To our fans, well, I've got so many good people who support me locally to where I live as well, but also there's so many nice guys from Italy who I met while I was there. They always messaging me, seeing how I'm getting on, and it's just nice to have that much support from everyone all the time. So just thank you to those guys, really. Thank you to all the people who just continue to support me and show up at the events and stuff like that. And thank you for your time as well.
Thanks, Leigh. See you the next time.
Yeah, see you next time, mate. Thank you.